Thomas Edison in there, you got Albert Einstein, and you got Messi, my favorite player of all time, much better than Ronaldo. All these people, they built some habits and they were able to overcome these barriers because they were focusing on consistency and they weren't just relying on their talent. Most people right from their high school basketball team, and you might be one of them, you know, and there's no judgment right there, but again, it's some people catch this earlier in life and some catch it later in life, right? So it's about just like figuring out when to catch it and like, having that epiphany and realizing changing your behavior, and your thought pattern around it, right? But how many people quit their basketball team, never play again when they get cut from the team, right? And that's their talent. It hit a wall where there were people better than them and they just gave up. It's something that may have been something they really enjoy, right? So imagine though, if it was later on in life and they were the best and best and best and best, and then they hit a level and they were so lazy with their habits and they don't try, that they take a huge confidence hit and then they just give up because they don't believe themselves anymore, right? Because it's always been this easy. It's always just come to them. And then boom, it doesn't just come to you now. I guess this isn't for me. And that's what people do in their mindsets. They just say, wow, this isn't for me because I'm not naturally good at it. What? Nobody starts good.
I think a lot of these guys and ladies, they kind of let the outside forces determine where their talent stops. And then if they did listen to them, like there's millions of people who let things like that determine like where their talent stops.
Yeah, absolutely right. Like I think we showed a video of Ed Sheeran a couple episodes ago, and it was like
when people go, you're so talented, you were born with natural talent. I'm like, no.
His first time singing, recording, he was awful.
Yeah,
right? And he's so good now and has like the #1 video almost on YouTube, I think, or something.
He's doing pretty good.
Billions of views on all of his stuff, and he makes obviously a stupid amount of money. And he didn't let the social pressure and the social negativity basically hold him back, right? And that's where you've got to have this character and these values and this purpose behind what you're doing, because if you don't have that character, if you're not a person who's disciplined and doesn't quit, like none of this matters, right? You've got to develop those in yourself. You say, you know what? I am good at this. I love doing this. I'm going to spend 20 minutes a day doing this thing, right? It's as simple as reading 20 pages a day. It's 7,000 pages a year.
20 pages a day?
20 pages a day. 7,000 plus. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if you did a small activity, you're going to read like, what is that? 200 pages a book, 7,000. It's like 35
I'm
books.
not the math. I was homeschooled.
That's 35 books, right? So you're literally gonna read 35 books in a year. How many people can say that? They just doing 20 pages a day, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you're thinking about people who are good at sports, you're thinking about people who are good at guitar, right? It's a book. It's one book
more than that.
It's funny because when you break it down like that, it's not that bad, right? So here's the process of mindset change that you have to go through, and this is what most people go through. We'll give you what most people do and what you should do. Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny when you put them side by side. So if you're hitting this right now, okay, there's going to be usually what we call cognitive dissonance, right? So if you're realizing that you're talented and you're kind of lazy because of it, we're not judging you. That's happened to all of us before, okay? So just take a deep breath, take the sucker punch to the gut like a champion. Keep your head up high, and when you have this realization, most people try to fight it. Oh, no. Me? No. You'll essentially fight it. So just accept that you might have this issue, and what you want to do is don't beat yourself up. That's what people usually do next. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. This is awful. I'm such a terrible person. Don't beat yourself up. Like every single person, on that list went through the same thing where they're like, oh, I'm talented, but someone basically told them earlier on in life, they're like, hey, listen, like you're not going to get anywhere based on just talent, and you could be a lot better if you just did this. If you just worked a little bit harder, right? A lot of people do this next. They'll realize it. They'll accept they have a problem, and instead of acting on it, what they do, they're gonna go talk to their friends about it. And they're gonna go look for confirmation bias. You know what that is? Confirmation bias is where you're trying to find someone who always takes your side, who will confirm what you say regardless of the truth. Don't talk to your friends about it. I mean, you can, but like the goal is like don't look for confirmation bias. Don't try to find people who are gonna tell you the opposite, and so then you just sweep your problem under the rug. Like you need to confront it. It's gonna be super healthy for you. Once you've accepted it and decided to make a change, that's your next thing. That's the healthiest thing to do, is just accept it. Okay, I do this. How do I fix it? How do I change? What's the value of changing? Well, the value of changing is that you won't quit.